Hello and welcome to your What's On in August Circus Scoop. First up, I am not going to talk about Edinburgh Festival Fringe. The Fringe is massive, there is loads of circus on, so I've made a whole nother video dedicated to that. Bing! So this video will focus on the rest of the UK, and although theatres do not close for the Fringe period, I'm going to leave them until the end and focus mostly on the beautiful big tops around the UK. Now, usually there are two groups of circus shows that don't normally make it onto these videos, and that's for two reasons. The first reason is that I can't find any information out about the tours, and the other reason is that there are companies who spend most of their time with private bookings for schools or festivals, and because it is now some holidays, some of these shows have actually taken out to do a regular public stand. So we've got Circus Circle. I'm really bad at pronunciation. Circus Circle? Circus Circle? They're in Mundesley on the Norfolk coast, and Circus Pizzazz are down in Alderney in the Channel Islands for a week from the 5th to the 13th, and then later on in the month they'll be showing up in Saltash in Cornwall. And other circuses that kind of come into that category would be Happy's Circus, Cirque Normandie, Panic Circus, and the links are, as always, in the description box. So if you want to find out any more information about these type of shows and if you want to book them, then you can do so. The second category of shows that don't normally make it onto these videos are the ones that don't promote their shows online. And some shows drop in and out of this group because some of the websites will show a week's worth of the forthcoming tour, which, you know, sometimes will make it onto the next month's video and sometimes it won't be enough dates. But the shows that I have yet to be able to include, I think, are Circus Tiana, Pinder's Circus, Mr. Phipp's Wonders Circus, Uncle Sam's Great American Circus. I know these are ones I normally struggle to find information for, and this week I was lucky enough to discover a poster for Uncle Sam's Circus in my local shop in Cardiff, and I happened to be in town, so I was actually able to go and see their show. And there is an element of kind of delight at a circus turning up out of the blue and then having to try and drop everything and figure out how you're going to fit it in. I'm not convinced it is the best business model in this world of internet communication, but I understand that, you know, different circuses have their different reasons for keeping their information off the digital domain. One of the reasons that people often suggest is to do with the violence and damage that animal rights activists have been known to cause. I don't think any of those shows that I've mentioned have animals currently working with them. There was recently a discussion on a Facebook group for the Circus Friends Association, and it was about this subject, about shows not giving advance information that's publicly available, and a couple of circus owners were kind enough to step in and give their points of view. And it seems that the main reason that they were explaining to us was to prevent their tour dates or their venues being gazumped by other circuses. So, for example, if somebody is planning to go to Cardiff in the second week of August, they don't want somebody else heading to Cardiff on the first week of August because that will take all the customers and there'll be none left for the original show. And I can understand this. And it would be really interesting to find out if any circuses do work in that manner, or if it's one of these kind of myths that goes on under the surface. I mean, I am personally a big believer in Hanlon's razor, which says never attribute to malice anything that could be more easily attributed to ignorance. And if I don't know where these shows are, I don't know, is there an internal circus information centre that tells you where people are going and where you should not pitch up. In Skegness this month, both Mr. Phipps Wonder Circus and new circus this year, Circus Vladimir, have both got summer stands. And I don't know if either of those shows knew in advance that the other was planning to be there. Mr. Phipps have been regularly including Skegness on their tours for several years. Circus Vladimir, they've got a website. They don't say where they're going since February on that website, only on their Facebook page. I don't know if they knew. And I'm sure that the clash has caused problems for both companies. But I do wonder... I spend a lot of time in Holland, and there's a brilliant website there which I've been able to click on several times when I've been staying and find out exactly what shows are on where, on what days, and there doesn't seem to be a culture of clashing. It would be interesting to know if they experience the same problems over there. I will put the link to that website below, but if there was something... I don't know. And, as I say, I'm just speculating, so I would love to hear other people's perspectives on this. The comment section is there for a reason. I want to learn. So, yeah, if you've got any insights, please do share them. As well as Mr. Phipps and Vladimir Circus, there are other stands around the country that are doing a long period of shows in one place for the summer. Just 37 miles up the road from Skegness is Russell Circus in Mablethorpe, and then if you keep going up, Planet Circus are in Scarborough, J. Miller's Circus are on the Isle of Wight, Jerry Cottle's Magic Circus are in Paynton, Paulo Circus will be in Newquay, Chaplin Circus have got a Pirates Adventure Show which is resident at the Breen Leisure Park, and Gandhi Circus are also residents in the Butlins Holiday Centres, so they're in Minehead and Bognor Regis, and that's Skegness again. If you do want to see some circus in August, I suggest you get over to that East Midlands coast. For touring, the West Midlands has Circus Zaire and John Lawson's Circus doing the rounds. In Essex, you've got Circus Fantasia. Peter Jolly's Circus begins their month in the north, and in the north east we've got Big Kid Circus there for most of the month before they head out west at the end of August. In Scotland we've still got the Chinese State Circus and Zippo Circus begin in Glasgow, head down to Sheffield and then take a summer break. On the west we have got Circus Mondeo and also Zaire later on in the month. Gifford Circus are in their home region around Stroud and Avon, and on the south coast, again there's a lot all the way along the bottom. Got Circus Fantasia, Circus Wonderland, Circus Jeanette, Charles Chipperfield Circus, Zippo Circus when they come back from their break at the end of the month, Moscow State Circus, and then heading up east, then you get Santa Circus on the coast there as well. Edinburgh is not the only festival of August, and if you fancy your circus, or if you like a bit more participatory, practical activity, then there's the European Aerial Dance Festival, which is held at the Point in Eastleigh from the 8th to the 19th. Circus in a Field, it's got 4 different strands of activity running through it, and that's from the 25th of August up until the 1st of September. And especially geared towards young people is the Circus Works Festival in Hay-on-Wye from the 16th to the 20th. The links, as ever, are below, and I do like to include as well information about what's going on in our nearest neighbour Ireland, and from the 4th to 6th of August is Spree Festival in Waterford, which is always a riotous delight of street arts and circus. Going back into the UK, and London is going to be hosting Circus Circle with their show Limits, which is the second of their trilogy that's looking at borders and mobility and immigration. And that's from the 13th to the 16th at the South Bank Centre. I will not be able to catch it because I will be up in Scotland. And another one that I'm sad to be missing is a show called Crash from Shivari Circus, which will be at the Cockpit Theatre on the 21st and 22nd. A symphony of colliding, entwining bodies conducted by living legends of London's debauched, debonair cabaret underworld, Dusty Limits. And that's from their promo information. So it sounds like it's going to be quite a particular atmosphere to that show. Elsewhere in London, Jackson's Lane have got their transmissions residencies going on, which is where they are offering 3 different groups a week each to explore creative ideas, and there is a public showing at the end of each week of what those experiments have been. The Underbelly Festival is still going strong on the South Bank. Briefs are there all month. They've got a 12-week stay, which is a long one with their new show Close Encounters. That is another one that we caught earlier this month. And there's the Meta Theatre production of Jungle Book coming up to the Underbelly Festival as well. It runs there from the 1st to the 24th. It is a urban street dance retelling of Rudyard Kipling's Jungle Book story with circus and aerial activity in as well. And after it's been in London, it is going to go to Worthing as part of their Summer of Circus weekends, and it will then go to the Lowry in Manchester. I think that's all we have time for. Next month is going to be a bit different because after my stint in Edinburgh, I'm heading off to Italy for my brother's wedding. It does mean I don't have any of my fancy recording technology or editing software. I will probably have a laptop and that's about it. So we might get something a little bit rougher, more DIY, but stay tuned and press the subscribe button to the channel and then you will get the updates as they happen. And if you do like what we're producing, please do press the like button so that we know, and have any comments, share them with us. Otherwise we'll look forward to seeing you next time. Bye!